and welcome back to Makeup on Me. I am Liz, and today I'm going to be having a review on the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. If you want to know more about this foundation, a full-on review, just keep on watching. Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. And I showed this foundation, I believe, in one of my previous haul videos. And today I'm just going to tell you how it all acted. I have a list. I made a little list of like everything that, you know, I wanted to cover, so I would have everything and tell you guys about it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so a lot of people always ask, like, am I gonna break out with this foundation? How good is the coverage? You know, what is the price and stuff like that. So I want to cover that today. So the price, I guess it depends on wherever you live. But I told you guys that in my local Walmart it was like $8 versus my drugstore, which was $10 and up. But I did get a deal. I got it for like buy one and get one half off. So it was a pretty good deal. So the price is just going to depend wherever you live. I have normal to dry skin, and I also have like sensitive skin. I'm very sensitive. I have to watch out what I use for like my actual nighttime routine and like my cleansers and stuff like that, because my skin is going to break out. Like, I wasn't that type of person. I don't know why. I have been feeling a little bit oily on my skin, and also I've been getting a lot of breakouts, and I don't really know what's going on. I clean my face every night. I remove my makeup with remover wipes, you know, because it's really important if you remove it all at night. You don't want to clog your pores and stuff like that, so it's very important to always clean your face. Exfoliate and cleanse like 2 to 3 days a week. I'm not going to say I do it like all the time, but like I said, I do clean my face on the regular basis. At least try to remove my makeup, and maybe like 2 to 3 times a week I would exfoliate and really cleanse my skin, to give me, so I won't experience a lot of breakouts. If I have like really bad acne, like say I have like a pimple that is really hard to take off, I use the Noxzema Triple Clean Anti-Blemish Pads, which look like this. And I actually bought these at Walmart a while back ago, and I had never actually tried this brand ever. And I remember they had like a sale, like they had two of these bottles, and they had them for sale. And I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and give them a try. Like medicated anti-blemish wipes. So if you have a blemish and you try to clean your face with this, for me it removes it, like, because it dries up your pimple or your acne or whatever you have, and so it dries it up. But it burns so bad, especially me that I have like sensitive skin. If I have like a breakout and I put this on top of it, it's gonna dry it out completely, but it's gonna burn really bad. So, but I really like it because it removes, or it helps me with my acne problems. I'm going to tell you about the pros of this foundation. That's another topic I want to cover. I don't have the foundation right here with me because I returned it. I heard from Judy from It's Judy Time that you can return, like maybe you got a reaction to it or something. I went and tried it out for myself. Of course I wasn't going to save the receipt, because I was using the foundation and it was working, I was feeling like it was working perfectly. So I didn't save the receipt or anything. I contacted the pharmacy and I was like, you know what, I'm getting a really bad acne. I think they call it cystic acne, whenever you have like a bump and then it comes and like it makes more bumps into your face. It was really bad, you guys. Like, all this side of my face was breaking out so bad. Like, at first it started with a little zit, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I just need to cleanse my skin very well and I'll stop. So I tried to remove as much makeup as I can. I exfoliated more than I had to, and I didn't see a difference. And I kept, I knew it wasn't my brushes. I clean my brushes like once a week. After I'm done like using a certain brush for doing my foundation or my makeup or whatever, I like to put a little bit of brush cleaner, and then I cleaned it and stuff like that. So I knew it wasn't anything to do with my brushes, or maybe I wasn't cleansing well. And I was like, you know what, let me figure out what is different. And I found out that the difference was that it was just the foundation that I was using, that I had changed in my foundation. Because I remember when I was using my MAC foundation, I didn't have any problems. So that was a big thumbs down for me, because I had never experienced acne that bad. And I was like, I didn't want to blame it on the foundation. I was like, maybe I'm just doing something different, And then I, you know, took off all the things that I was using. Like, I stopped using them completely, but still using my foundation, and I noticed that I was getting a lot more acne, so it was really, really bad for me. What the pros based on my opinion are, and the first pro is that it's blendable, and it's like I feel like it was a full coverage, so I definitely felt like I could build up the coverage as well. You know, if I had like an acne or something, it would definitely cover it, so I feel like it was that. And also for me, it's really important to my foundation to be blendable. I don't want any harsh, you know, lines or any of that streakiness on my face, so that was a pro. And the other pro is that it has many shades. The L'Oreal True Match foundation comes in 33 shades, and they come in cool, neutral, and warm tones as well. So that was a really good thumbs up. The cons for me, it was that it didn't have a pump. So yeah, that's a big thing for me. I don't want to be like all like, you know, not sanitary, because that's what I learned in my cosmetology class. That was a bad thing, that it didn't have a pump. And most of the foundation that I have been trying out definitely do have a pump, and it's easier because I have more control of how much foundation I want, the coverage that I want in my foundation, and also it's very sanitary, you know. So that was a con. I have normal to dry skin, but my mother has oily skin. She saw it because it looks so flawless. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the foundation, and she liked how it looked on me. And so she liked how it looked on me because it looked totally flawless, and every time that I try out something, I definitely recommend it to her if I like it or not. And so she was like, you know what, it's a really good, I'm running low and it looked really good on you, so I'm just gonna go ahead and try it. So we went to the pharmacy, she bought it, and we are like about the same shade, you know, the shade that I showed you. I can't remember what the shade was, but it was the one that I showed you whenever I'm tanner, because she's a little bit darker than me. So I was like, you know what, this shade is gonna be perfect for you and whatnot. And so she tried it out, and she said that it was really bad for her face because she has oily skin. So she felt like on her T-zone it kept getting like really oily. She felt like it was coming off, and I was like, are you setting it? Are you priming your foundation? You know, what's going on? Because I'm using it and nothing is going on. Like, it looks flawless throughout the whole day. And she was like, yeah, I'm doing everything that you're doing, and I really don't like this foundation or whatever. So I was like, you know what, okay, then it's fine, since I'm your same shade, just give it to me. And I started using it. You know, she gave it to me, so I had like 3 foundations. But the con for me was that it broke me out so bad. Like I said, I had never experienced cystic acne. Since I started using that foundation, I started experiencing it actually, because first I had gotten it right here, and it was concerning me because it was like a little, you know, it was a little kind of a little breakout, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger towards the point where my cheek was like huge. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm not being sarcastic or anything, but like my cheek was like that. Like it felt so bad. Like I felt like the whole face was swollen. And then I tried to put this stuff. I tried toothpaste on it, and I know it's kind of not good to put toothpaste because it can cause your skin to bleach or something like that. So I was like, you know what, I was just so anxious to take it off. I was like, you know what's going on with my face? I had never experienced this. I was seriously about to go to the dermatologist, and then I started applying the little wipes over here, and you know, I kept trying it out, and it kept getting smaller and smaller. And I tried like you know, I tried like tea, like to put the little tea bags on it, and like I would make a tea, and then I would freeze the tea bag, and I put it on my face, and you know, that was kind of helping with the swelling and stuff. And then I put ice on it, and you know, I did all kinds of facials. Like I did a steam facial and everything, and it would not go away. So I was really concerned. I was definitely going to go to the dermatologist and get it tested out, but you know what, it was all good. It turned out that it was really nothing. It broke me out so bad. Not only that, but you know, when you have foundation, you feel like you have foundation, but you can still breathe through it. Like I felt with that foundation, I felt like my skin was really oily, but I was like, you know what, maybe it's just me because it's a new foundation to me. But no, I definitely felt like it took a different turn into my, you know, into my skin, because it was oily. I feel like it was oily, and then not only also that, but I felt like it was like kind of sticky. Like right now my foundation, it's set and everything, and I don't really feel like it's sticky at all. But with that, I still felt like, you know, it didn't look cakey. Like I said, it looked flawless, but I feel like I couldn't really breathe through it, if you know what I mean. The red thing was that I was using it, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep trying it and see what's up, because I wanted to get a full-on review of my actual opinions on it and stuff like that. So I did notice that it didn't have a lot of foundation. Like I was almost running low, but the pharmacist still, you know, returned it because I told her about the problem that I had on my skin. She told me if I had a receipt. I was like, of course not, because, you know, it was working perfectly. Why would I have a receipt, you know? But next time that I try drugstore foundation, I'm definitely going to keep the receipt, so you know, it'd be easier. I mean, they still returned it, but it had to go through a lot of stuff like that. Just save your receipts if you're trying out a different foundation. A bit pricey for a drugstore foundation, because it was like, now I feel like drugstore foundation are getting a little bit pricey now. Like, I'm not saying like MAC is like overpriced. Like, I mean, it's something you can definitely buy, but it's definitely something that, you know, you wish that it was like $8 and like, you know, not more than like $15 foundation, and now they're getting like really expensive. So for my thing, I feel like it was a little bit pricey for a drugstore foundation. I had SPF, which is that, you know, it has sunscreen and stuff like that. It helps you when you're in the sun. So it wasn't photogenic. Like, that's what I noticed when I was trying to take pictures. I would have like a white cast, and it looked like because right now I'm not actually tan. Like, I'm not using any kind of self tanner, so this is my, you know, this is my actual skin tone. And I would take a picture and I feel like the cast, it was like overcast, like a white cast on me. I didn't really like that, so it wasn't photogenic at all. I had to mix in my foundation. I had to use, because if I use the lightest one that I showed you, I feel like it was too white, and then if I use the darker one, I feel like it was too dark. So I had to mix in the foundation. So, you know, if it's an expensive foundation, you're gonna have to buy like 2 bottles just to mix in to get the perfect tone. Guys, I was really sorry that I couldn't actually show you the actual, you know, product, so I can be like, okay, you know, look at this. But you can definitely go to my previous videos. I think it was a haul video where I showed, you know, the actual shades that I was talking about. But I would definitely put a picture over here. Really sorry that I couldn't really show you the foundation here in person, because I actually just returned it, and I definitely got my money worth back. I actually got the money for my 2 foundations, as well as the one that it was my mother's foundation. So I got money back, and I decided to try out some more stuff. I also wanted to let you know about this cool deal. I really don't know if they're having it, because I went to the drugstore, and I think it was CVS. I went to the drugstore on Thursday, but they had a really cool sale. Let me see if I can get into this. Okay, so they had a really awesome sale. They were having this Wet n Wild palettes. Like, it's the 8 palette, and you know, they come already labeled like brow bone, eyelid crease, define, and all that stuff. And I decided to pick out these 2 shades right here, which are the blues and the purples. And originally, I believe they're like $4. They were on sale at CVS for, I think I actually paid like $3 for 2 of these. So, you know, it was really inexpensive. The pigmentation is incredible. Actually, I'm actually using it today. I'm actually using this little palette right here. So yeah, it was I feel like I got, you know, you guys know that these little palettes are like incredible pigmented colors. Look, you guys. Whoops. Okay, so this is the colors, and I really like it because they're labeled. If you're a beginner, you know, you're gonna be like, you know, everything's labeled for you. But of course, if you're already into makeup, you can just definitely just know what you're gonna mix. So definitely gonna be putting a tutorial for that. It kind of looks similar to the other one that I did, but if you don't have the colors I used in that tutorial, you can use this palette right here. And still, it's not really inexpensive. It's like $4 a palette. Any other video that you want me to make, just go ahead and leave me a comment down below, or any question that you might have. Don't be afraid to private message me. I'm always there. You know, I probably won't answer it to you immediately, but I'll definitely get into it and answer to you guys. Also, don't forget to check me out on my social medias, which will be linked down below as always. And I will also be having like a full-on blog post, you know, more detailed information. Of course, probably not the actual pictures because I don't have the actual foundation, or if I find a picture, I will go ahead and put it on the blog post. Thank you so much for all those loves and support, and I love you, and I'll talk to you guys later.